Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes of Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther the Third, and man, what an awesome guest I have. This young lady was flying through the atmosphere the last time myself and my former co-host had her on the podcast. She's now going under another name. She's doing so much stuff right now. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside podcast welcome to formerly known as Raleigh Rocket, now Roxy.
Hi.
Welcome, Roxy. Welcome. Well, Riley Rocket, now I can call you
Yes.
Roxy. Welcome back. So, what have you been up to, Roxy, since the last time we hung out?
Yeah, since the last time we hung out, I've been doing a lot of NWA. I don't know if you've been keeping up. But yeah, I'm fully Roxy now. Riley Rocket is, I like to say she's exploring a new galaxy. Um, but Roxy is the fourth, she's 1/4 of Pretty Empowered. And I'm just thriving. I am a former World Women's Tag Team Champion. I was the shortest ever reigning women's tag team champion. A minute and like 45 seconds, I think, is what it was. So I consider it to be 2 minutes, but it's pretty much it. I've been wrestling like crazy. NWA, there's a big pay per view coming up next week, actually, the Crockett Cup. So I'm super excited for that.
Mm, that's it's something that like we had you back in the day when you were like so young in the wrestling business, like in the indie scene, like did you imagine you'd being on NWA TV? Like, has it hit you yet?
It still has not hit me because I am only 21 and I'm only 4 years in the business. So it's kind of like to be at such a high level, so young and not as experienced as most of the people there. It's kind of, I feel like it's more of like an accomplishment. And I'm very honored to be where I'm at.
Awesome. So, like, is there any states or like countries that you have, like states you haven't been to yet, that you have on that list, that Roxy list, that you want to like accomplish?
Yes. Michigan. That's my hometown, or that's my home state. That's where I was born and raised. So I definitely want to go wrestle in Michigan. The Grand Rapids, Michigan area, more than not. I know that there's not very many promotions up there, but there's quite a few in Detroit. So probably the Detroit area, I could get there pretty easily. I also really want to wrestle in Texas. I've never been to Texas. Um, I just think it would be a lot of fun to wrestle in Texas. And I love anything to do with like Mexican food and Tex-Mex and all that stuff. So I want to go try some real Tex-Mex food.
And then you got to put New York and Pennsylvania, so I could probably see you wrestle live. In New Jersey, it's like the
Yes.
tri-state area. You have to come by. There's a promotion that you have to put on your list if you come to the East Coast. PPW. That
Okay.
one is really good. They have a lot of good wrestlers. They have like Danny Moe,
Oh, I
um,
love her.
Neon
Yeah.
Nightmare, Danny. Shout out
Yes.
to Danny Moe. Future match right here. Future opponent right
Yeah.
here. Right, Roxy. Um, what else I need to ask you? So, like, I asked you already, like, is there like any wrestlers that you've been watching on Instagram or on YouTube that you've been like dying to like work with, like wrestlers, male or female?
Oh gosh. Um, I guess mainly the wrestlers I've been watching are more of like the older wrestlers. Some of the wrestlers aren't wrestling anymore. If I could, I would love to wrestle like Dean Malenko or Ricky Steamboat. I haven't wrestled Camille. Camille would be fun to
Mm,
wrestle. I haven't wrestled her yet. Um, Sasha Banks or
mm,
Mercedes Monet. I mean, she's hurt right now. She just got hurt,
yeah,
but
that
now that she's
ankle.
more in like the indie circuit, I might
Mm.
have a better chance of being able to wrestle her. So
Yeah. So what is like the week of a show, like the week of the show, like for you? Like what is like your daily regiment before a show? Like what is like Roxy's week like?
yeah, usually it depends on what I'm doing. I'll go to training 2 or 3 times a week. I'm going to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. Sometimes I go twice a day. It just depends on how I'm feeling. And, I'd rather be at the gym working out than just sitting on my couch watching TV. Even though there are some times where, like this past weekend, I had a really long weekend and I just want to sit on my couch and do nothing. Um, but during the actual weekdays, I'm like, I have ADD, so I have to be doing something all the time. I can't just sit and do nothing. So,
That's me. I have the thoughts of Ian Malcolm. If I'm not doing something, chaos, chaos, chaos.
oh yes.
That's me. Do you have you collected anything from any of the places you wrestled for? Riley, I mean Roxy.
Um, I should more. Um, oh yes. I went to Utah and I got this really, really, really soft blanket. It's literally the softest blanket I've ever felt in my entire life. It's from a local store in Salt Lake City called Minky Couture. I highly recommend it. Definitely check them out. But also at the show in Utah, one of the distributors for Pit Viper gave me 4 free pairs of Pit Vipers. So I have sunglasses that are really sick. And there's actually a photo shoot coming up that I'm doing in them. So that's a secret, but now it's out there. It's happening. So
I guess you're gonna have to drop me some of those pictures when they're able to be
yeah,
shot, and I could post them on the Instagram page. Be like, these are Riley and her new shades, new stunner
yeah,
shades.
yes.
She's stunning. She's stunning the shades. Yeah. Um. So, what is like your go-to food when like the show is over?
It depends. My diet fluctuates. I'm allergic to different foods, so my diet is fairly healthy anyways. Um, but usually afterwards, I'm craving like a sandwich or like a burrito or cinnamon bread from Dollywood.
Mm.
Like look at how good this looks. Doesn't
Oh,
it look so yummy?
wait, what would you put ice cream on that or just eat it straight?
Well, I'm sure you could put ice cream on it, but it comes with like warm icing or apple butter.
Oh,
Yes.
mom, get the cinnamon.
Yes. When you come up to Tennessee, you'll have to come to Dollywood.
Oh, I'll let you know if I ever come to Tennessee with my twin sister, Sassy Chica. I'll let you.
Yeah.
You'll have to give me the tour, right?
I will. Oh my gosh.
You'll
Yes.
love my sister. She's one of those girls that's like she's a city girl, but if you bring her somewhere else, she's ready to adventure. Like she's like, I'm ready to go, and she likes. And if you ever come to New York and you're in the New York area, like in the Brooklyn area, we'll definitely have to bring you to there's a taco truck by her apartment that is so good.
Mm,
Yes.
that sounds really good. Tacos are my favorite food ever. I was
They're
actually in Disney on Sunday, Disney World, and we went to like a Mexican restaurant in Disney, and they had really really yummy fajitas there.
ooh.
Mhm.
There's a place on Long Island. That's another place we would have to bring you to. It's called Lucharitos. And oh my gosh, it's so good. It's
That sounds.
wrestling themed. So you can be like, here's an 8x10 of me. Can you stick this by the bar?
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Love
They're
that.
really cool. They're really nice. They have a bunch of locations on Long Island,
Yeah.
and they're just like a Long Island based Mexican restaurant.
Ooh.
And they're really good. Like I had a pulled pork burrito. Roxy knocked my
Mm.
Yes, it knocked my socks flew across the room.
Huh. I'm
Yeah,
intrigued.
really good.
I definitely like when I travel, I try to get down there early so I can try some of like the local restaurants. And then if I have to, my go-to is definitely a Mexican restaurant because there's at least one Mexican restaurant in every state I've ever been in. Um, but I like to try the locals because you never know, and you can always put it over on Instagram and be like, hey, check out this spot if you're ever in this area or whatever. Um, so, but I like to try new things. I'm
Yeah.
picky, but I'll try new things.
So do you collect pops or like
Mhm.
anything like that?
Mhm. I do.
How many pops do you have in your collection so far?
Well, I don't know if you can see, but we got this whole shelf right here.
Oh, I see that.
I've got a lot right here. We've got all of the wrestlers are on top, and then some of the other Disney sets are right here, and then there's some Disney right here, and there's like miscellaneous. There's like um, pop figures we haven't taken out of the boxes yet on the bottom shelf. I have my own personal. I've got like 10 Disney pops because I'm a huge Disney nerd. And then we actually got this for our mother for Mother's Day. It's the Undertaker and Paul Bearer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was eyeballing that one for my birthday, but then because we had to switch my pop for my birthday, and I was gonna
Yeah.
because my sister's friend got me the same Rey Mysterio pop that was from on Amazon, and
Mhm.
I was like, "What one do I want? Okay, do I want to go greedy and get the bigger one, the Undertaker Paul Bearer?" But then the one I saw, I was like, I had to have this one because everybody's got a price and everybody's gonna pay.
My mom pre-ordered the exclusive Ted DiBiase one.
Is that the one with the money in the hand?
Mhm.
That was the other one I was gonna get. That he had the money like this and was like flying.
Yeah, and
I
he's
didn't
he's
fucking like that one.
gold. He's gold too. Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, he was gold? I didn't see that
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
Well, the one I saw was that one, and then there was one in a wrestling world. He had the belt around his waist. Yeah, he had the $1 million belt around. You know what? Here, if WWE is ever watching this episode, they'd be kind of cool, but I don't think they'll ever watch it. But wouldn't it be cool if they had one when he thought he won the WWF title?
Oh, yeah, kind of like the scenes that they do. That would be really cool.
Would it have to be three? Wasn't Andre and Virgil with him when that happened?
I think so.
He'd have to have his arms up and have Virgil with his hands around his waist, and then Andre behind him, I think with his arms up or like standing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I currently have DiBiase, Paul Heyman. Oh, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, my
Raymond.
mom has Paul Heyman, like the younger one with that baseball cap
Oh
on.
yeah. I have the EC. Yeah, I guess we probably have the same pops. I have Ted. I have Paul, Ray, and I have formerly known, but I have Zack Ryder.
Yes, we have Cass and Enzo, or Big Cass and Enzo. We have all three of the McFoleys.
Oh
So,
wow.
um, Mankind, I think, came with a trash can too. We have Macho Man. We have DX. We have Eddie in the Camaro. We have
Oh
Rock.
wow.
We had The Rock when he was. It was like right after he was Rocky, right as infancy of The Rock.
Hmm.
When he's in the all black and had the belt.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
We have Elias because that's one of my mom's favorite wrestlers.
Elias.
Um,
I have more, but it's like I have them out of the boxes. Shame, shame. I know. I have um, um I have a Spider-Man pop that was a luchador, and it reminded me of my grandfather because my grandfather was a
Aw.
wrestler. He looked. I had to modify it because it didn't have the look of his masks. It was a blue mask, and I
Yeah,
made it. I got to go get some whiteout and white out the mask and repaint it red and
that's
make it
cool
look like.
though.
Yeah, right. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's a bobblehead too.
Yeah. See, I'm really iffy about the bobbleheads. I know that all the Star Wars ones we have are bobbleheads, and I'm kind of like,
The neck will break. If you move the wrong way, it falls, it snaps.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I
I think,
have oh, sorry. I
yeah.
also have, Egon Spangler out of the package. I don't know why. I was so excited when I got it. I was like, I ripped it out of the package, I was holding it. And I have Mike from Stranger Things. I have Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and I have Slimer in with the without the hot dogs in his mouth, like, sitting next to my bed.
Oh,
Yep.
that's so cool. We have a lot of them still in the boxes, but because we put them on a shelf, we took them out of our boxes and we like my mom made these little she took these little cardboard boxes and put like tissue paper over them to kind of raise them so we could put some of the pop figures on the little shelf area. She did that for the wrestling ones, so then we can display certain wrestlers, and we had them organized by decades.
Mm.
Um, but then at some point they all fell over, so we just like redid all of it and just put them in there. Oh, and we also have Kronk. I bought this one for my little brother. Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, no, it's kind of like a running joke in our house, and he loves Kronk, so I got that for him last year for his birthday, or it was for Christmas or something. So
It's always good to have something that makes you happy and makes you smile. You know what I mean?
yes,
Like you know what's funny with the pops? Because WWE doesn't have they're not in good measure with the demolition, but we need a demolition pops and we need the powers of pain.
I agree. My mom's freaking out. I think do they have Hulk and Animal? Because I think they
I
need.
think they do. I think they have Hawk and Animal. I think they have
If not,
elevated.
WWE, let's go. I need Hulk and Animal. Seriously,
Or,
chop chop. Let's
or
go.
NWA doesn't NWA make pops for their wrestlers yet?
No, a lot of those we'll have people that do our merch, because a lot of us have like individual people that do it. Of course, we have NWA. They'll do some of our merch, like some T-shirts and certain stuff like that. But we ultimately we can have our own um, gimmick makers, I guess,
Mm,
and some of them use they'll use 3D printers and then paint them, hand paint them
mm,
to
that's
make them
smart.
look like us, or 3D printers and they use different, colors and all that. And they're really cool, but they're kind of expensive to
Yes.
make,
Oof,
cuz
yeah.
3D printers are very pricey, and I guess the
Oh, yeah.
film or whatever it's called that you have to use to print with the 3D printer is very very expensive. So,
I think in the future you need to make a double pack of Riley Rocket and Roxy.
I think so, and I think I want to do a 4-pack of Pretty Empowered.
You need to have Joe Panther the third as the manager in the corner with my blue coat,
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool.
or you can put me in a pink coat too. I look good in
Yeah,
every
pink
color.
pink
So.
would be better. Yeah.
I could leave my red glasses. That's my trademark, so I gotta wear it. I can wear pink
Okay.
glasses. I
Yeah. Hot pink glasses.
oh yes.
Yeah.
As
That's
long as the other girls like me, I'm friendly. I'm
yeah.
sweet. I'll hold the purses as you guys are going to the bathroom. I'll hold the bags as you're going in the stores. I'll be the helper.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we need that right-hand man, so
Yes. Yep.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
5'1", so I can hide. I'll duck in the corner and then pull the girl's leg as she's like trying to
There you
pin.
go.
A
Yeah,
hold. Yeah,
absolutely.
that's me, Joe Panther. I may not be a heel, but I'll be a heel for my team.
There you go.
Yes, yes. So, if anybody wanted to pick up any NWA or anything of Roxy, where can they find it?
Actually, I am debuting some Roxy merch at the NWA Crockett Cup in Winston-Salem.
Ooh,
And I have collabed with a company called Angry Lemonade, who will be making my gimmicks for me. So my T-shirts and my Roxy hats, and I'll have stickers and pins, and we'll also be getting Pretty Empowered shirts done by Angry Lemonade. So definitely give them a follow on Instagram as well.
okay. Um,
Yeah.
so we before we go, let's talk about the cup. Like, what is your mindset going into the cup?
Well, actually, what stinks is the women are not allowed to compete for the cup. I wish we were because Pretty Empowered would win, but
Of
because
course.
guys, they're scared of us, right? We're
Yeah.
the most dominant women's faction in pro wrestling. Um, no, but I'm actually I posted it on my Instagram, but I will be having a hardcore match, and it's all 4 members of Pretty Empowered against La Rosa Negra, M95, who is Mr. Kate and Maddie, and Samantha Starr and Baby Doll will be accompanying them to the ring.
So as you beat them all, whisper in the ear, "You need to go on Dudes at Ringside podcast."
I will.
Tell the girls that Joe Panther the Third sends their regards, even though they're team Pretty Empowered. So sorry, but thank you so much for coming back on the podcast,
You're welcome.
Riley. It was absolutely a pleasure, and I want to wish you nothing but the best of luck in all your matches in the coming future. And next year, I want to have you come back on again and have tell more of the future story of Roxy. I'm Joe Panther the Third.
I'm Roxy.
And we will catch you in the next one.